Hello, Pisces. It's umomgtarot, and look at this reading here. I'm gonna zoom in just so that you can, or maybe, is it gonna work out? Is it gonna work out? Well, let us see. Let's get real close. That's as close as I can get. The Three of Wands and the Eight of Wands. Okay, so most of you can guess what this reading's about, and it's obviously in the title. But Three of Wands is somebody who's emerging as a leader, who's rising to the occasion, who's going out of their way to steer and propel something forward, like a group, a team, a journey. And then you have the Eight of Wands, who is about effort, making the effort, reaching out, traveling across country, but it's just the energy of the action. I'm making a special effort to do this. So this person is rising to the occasion and they're making an effort to reach out. So that's what this reading is. Who's reaching out? Who is making the effort to reach out to you, Pisces? It's reframing. Let us do it. We will do it. So I pulled those two cards because that's the whole theme of the reading. So let's look at, some astrological elements of this person, aspects of this person. Here we go. We got air. So this person had a lot to think about. This person did this after much contemplation, after much introspection. This is why they act. This could be a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius, but this person, look, deep meditation before this action. Lots of waves, lots of flow. It's almost like the effort is seamless because it's been so well thought through. The next card you got is the Virgo. Alright, Pisces? So some of you have a Virgo on your hand who thought about reaching out, rising to the occasion, and coming back. Right, which Virgos don't do that. They don't normally, once they're gone, and then they feel some shame and they're like, let me just move past that chapter. So if you should happen to be in cahoots or in contact with somebody who's exhibiting Virgo-like traits, which is there's a lot of distance between you, there's a lot of privacy, secrecy, and now they're reaching out, making the effort to come back, might be them. You could be dealing with a, like I said, Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius who has been distant, but they took the space. They probably let you know that they were taking the space because air signs are a little bit more clear about their approaches to contemplation. They're aware of what's happening and what they need to happen, whereas Virgos are like, what is this happening to me? I'm overwhelmed. I'm just gonna go off and do my own thing. And then they come back and they're like, oh, I don't know what happened there. Then you have the earth energy. So this is very stable. This is like, I'm well thought out, and this person is very stable about their decision to come back or to reach out. So I feel like, with that being said, this gesture of reaching out would not necessarily be a giant, grandiose, like, I'm here, I'm back, baby! Like, it's just a testing of the waters as per the earth element. As you guys know, I've mentioned many times before, all earth signs are very slow and deliberate when it comes to decision making. They like to test things out. They like to test scenarios and people and situations out before they actually take action. So this person may have been observing you. They may have been stalking you to some degree, trying to figure out where you're at before they even make the effort. This person could have experienced a lot where they realize what it is exactly they want and what they lost, etc., etc. So this contemplation may or may not have anything to do with your actions or what you're trying to do to make it happen. It has nothing to do with that. It's something that relates to what their standards are, what their desires are, based on their experiences alone. Has nothing, like, you can't do anything. It's just like, let's say they left you and then they got cheated on a bunch of times, and then they understand completely, wholeheartedly why you left them, but you can't like do anything to seduce them. Like, that experience has made them, their perspective change, or let's say you left them and they wondered why, and then they started to take care of themselves, and then they realized why you left them, because they weren't taking care of themselves. So you know what I mean? Like, it's the growth thing, it's the evolutionary thing. But let's have a look at the spread, try to figure out a little bit more about this scenario where this person, this airy, earthy, potentially Virgo, and with that Earth card being there, it can be a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. So let's have a look. The journey of this effort, or how to, oh, somebody's fallen out. We got the Ace of Wands, so again, initiating something, about a creative way of initiating some type of action, or just like they just get up out of nowhere. This is the start, the seedling of that action being taken by this person. It starts with inspiration, or it starts with their ego, or it starts with, it's just the spirit of joy or ego, or like just being able to conquer something. So yeah, the ego, but more than I want to realize my purpose, or it's like it's connected to something in your mind that you can't shake, or you know what I mean, like intuition almost, but not necessarily. It's more of like an ego thing, like I have to do this, instinct. Then we have the King of Cups, emotional intelligence. There might be a gain in emotional intelligence for this person, and they might actually have reached a level of authority on it and understand themselves or you or the situation a little bit better before they reach out. Wanting to do the best, that could be a theme. Wanting to do the best for both parties involved. That's a different kind of mode for someone who's coming back. Usually the best is to stay back, but hey, King of Cups is emotional intelligence. And then we have the Page of Swords, and that's a little bit of gossip. There's a little bit of confusion in this, so there may be misconceptions about where you are or where they are currently, if there has been some distance between you. So Page of Swords, they may be coming back because they heard something, some gossip, or they looked into something incorrectly. You know, they're just, element of gossip. So then you have the Tower card here, and this is the foundation falling apart. Some of you guys, with them coming back, it really kind of ruins whatever flow that you have going. And you know, like they always say, they always want to come back when things are going well, when you're over them. So if it's a scenario like that where someone who's coming back while you're on some type of a good positive kick, then it could break things apart from what is normal to you. It can make things uncomfortable, and that might be for the better. Remember, so destruction precedes creation. I think that's the quote, I'm not sure. But Mars is associated with the Tower, and that's like quarrelsome to conflict energy. So you might have a little bit of upheaval when this person comes back, and it will have something to do with the gossip or the perceived standing that you're in. They might think that you're single and you're not, or they might be coming back or reaching out because they think that you're something or somewhere, or doing something that they just misperceived, and it might make things come to a crashing halt. So hello, oh hey Justice, I like that. See, I like that. You want to know why I like that? Because sitting next to the Tower card, when things fall apart, usually we want to believe that it's so that things can fall together. And I'm out here in these streets, and the only card that could follow it up and make me feel better about things falling apart would be the Justice card. A decision that is made in your favor. This also, to me, it represents the truth. It doesn't matter how you feel about anything. They feel about anything. The truth is the truth, and it is represented in this card, and especially after things fall apart. So it makes me wonder if this person who's going out of their way to reach out, they're usually driven by something happening. What is it? The most dramatic part of this is the last three cards. Ace of Wands is like taking a new action. It's almost like they're doing something that they wouldn't normally do, but Wands. They emerge as somebody who wants to take action because of what they've been through. They're reaching out. They're coming towards you. They're initiating that action. So it's not a matter of you provoking it or asking them for it. So don't even try that. They have emotional intelligence on their side. Maybe they got some great advice from somebody who's their, a father figure, an authority, a strong, dominant authority figure, an emotionally intelligent authority figure. And they, they could have been triggered as well by the gossip, but this gossip tower and justice, it just reminds me of somebody hearing something and then it making their whole world fall apart, but then things work out in the end. So what does that mean for them? What does that mean for you? Hearing gossip. Perhaps you heard something about them and they're coming back and you're like, how can that be? I heard that you have like 6 kids and they're like, no. And then, hey, that may shatter your world too. Like, oh, whoops, I thought this whole time. Or it could be vice versa. I heard you were single, but no, I'm married and like I'm divorced, getting married again. Like, no, I'm not ready. Like, you know what I mean? And that makes their world fall apart. But some element of gossip or some misunderstanding of some sort, a little bit of gossip, just gossip, leading to destruction and shifting what you've come to know as normal, like what you believed was normal, but it working out in your favor in the end. So don't get too tripped up off this whole gossip. And if you're driven by like your purpose, like this was meant to be, like that wands, that fire, that ego energy, that sun energy, just keep going with it no matter what happens in the meantime, no matter what adversity is put in front of you. Just go with your gut instinct. And I think that's what they're going to do. It just seems like that's the lesson in all this. They got that thinking energy, that air energy, they got that earth energy where they're firmly planted on the ground, so they know, they have the logic, they have the practicality, they have that Virgo-ness where they know how to kind of shapeshift through scenarios. But it feels like they're making that effort, and it might be some controversy that comes with it, but everything will work out in your favor. Everything will come to some sort of balance, which is important. Right, so that's your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!